But what's it actually like to be addicted to vaping? Lisa Diedricks is just one of the hundreds of thousands of people who've picked up the habit. That's safer than smoking, right? That's what everyone was told. It wasn't. She ended up in hospital from vaping. And despite that, she's still hooked, and she's been to hospital. It's brave of her to share her story. And remember, she's just one of many young Kiwis reliant on nicotine vapes. Lisa, g'day. Nice to see you.
Hello, mate.
I wondered if you were addicted to vaping. How tell us your story about going to hospital.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of last year. I started having pains on my my right side, and I thought it was a muscle spasm, and I just couldn't breathe properly. And I maybe ignored it for about 2 days. And I was like, okay, this is getting really bad because the breathing was like I could start hearing like my chest. And anyway, got there and they took an X-ray of my lungs, and my left side was completely clear. Like it looks like a healthy lung, and my right lung was completely grey.
And they said what?
And they asked me, hey, okay, like what's going on? Do you smoke? Do you vape? Da, da, da. And they asked me all these questions, and I had to obviously be honest with them. And I said, yeah, I've been vaping. And he's like, okay, yeah, we've seen this a lot. And
really,
yeah, he wasn't that shocked that I was a vapor, but he did ask if I smoked.
But you were shocked.
I was, because I didn't realize that was the conversation I was going to have.
So what's the grey bit? What's in the lung?
He didn't really say. He didn't give me too much. He just said that it was just a build-up of all the toxins that were in the vape that was causing the lack of oxygen to go to my muscles, and that's why I was having muscle cramps in my right side.
What could it lead to? What did they say? What's next?
Oh, I could have had like severe asthma. Like I could have got asthma like intensely. All the blood, like all the oxygen to my blood or my muscles could have just depleted, and I could have just gone into a massive spasm on my right side. So
we've heard about this in America, the advent of the popcorn lung that they talked about.
Yes, yeah.
If you've heard of that, and so the doctors say they'd seen a bit of this, did they?
Yeah, when I came in, I think he didn't say he obviously couldn't give me like numbers, but he said that I was part of like the big bunch that came in the last maybe like 6 to 8 months. So they were seeing a lot of it. I thought that gave me a massive scare, and I said, okay, cool, I'll just, I'll give it up. I went cold turkey that day, and I just didn't smoke for about a year. And
you didn't smoke or didn't vape?
Sorry, didn't vape.
Yep.
Didn't vape for a year, and it was great, and it was fine. I found other ways to like deal with stress where most of my vaping comes from.
Yes.
And then life happens, and
you got back into it.
Yeah, and
Lisa,
something happened in my life, and my techniques that my therapist taught me about stress just wasn't working, and I just there's a vape store right by my house. Like literally, I can see the vape store from my front door, and I was like, screw it, and I went to buy one, and then I gave it up for another maybe 2 months after that. Like I bought one, smoked it,
see, this is
and I just go back and forth.
This is the story, isn't it? Back and forth. Are you back vaping now?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But I mean I can't defend it. It's the worst habit. But I don't smoke at night, like all things like that. Like I don't like wake up in the middle of the night and have a hoon.
Have you thought about it?
No, I don't. In the middle of the night, I'll force myself to go back to sleep. It's the times I do most of my vaping is I'm on the way to and from work, right. Which is surprising. Yeah.
Does it? What does it do for you? What does vaping do for you?
To me, it is a stress thing. Like it does calm me down.
Does it?
But I think it's only for like 20 minutes, and then it gives me like this hit of like, okay, poof. Instead of having coffee or something, then I'll have like a vape.
That's an addiction, though, isn't it? Because
correct.
Every 20 minutes you need it, and suddenly, hello.
Yeah,
and I'm getting messages here right now coming in saying, Duncan, I tang on my vape at least every 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you think about it a lot because, and I was just talking to one of the producers outside. They're making all these flavors that are like bubblegum flavors, and like my one that I've got now is strawberry kiwi, and he smelt it and he was like, oh yeah, it smells great, it tastes great.
I thought we were getting rid of all this.
No, my vape store has like over thousands of flavors. You go in there and you actually feel overwhelmed sometimes, unless you know what you're looking for.
But that's what they want. They want you to be so overwhelmed that you want to try all the other ones.
And they've made all these colours, bright pink, bright yellow.
I thought we were getting rid of this.
No, man. There's so many. There's so many. And there's new ones now. Every time I go in there, there's like a new brand out there. And they're making it like so kids want it. And they're making great flavours because it's yum and you don't taste the tobacco. And
did you smoke before you vaped?
A little bit, yeah. I wasn't, if I had to call myself a smoker, probably not, like 50-50. So I smoked maybe when I drank and when I went out.
Oh, social smoker.
Yeah, and then I moved in with a friend 2 years before COVID, and he was a vapor, and he was like, oh, just try it, because I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't want to, didn't like it, and then he was like, oh, you should try this flavor.
Oh, yes.
And then the flavors come out, and then you're all okay.
Is the lung okay now? Do we know what?
Actually, I haven't been back to the doctor. I haven't got my pains or anything back again. So, but like, I don't want to. That sounds so bad because I shouldn't wait for the pain to come back.
Can't wait for the pain to come back.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I shouldn't, and I shouldn't be like, oh, it's not there yet, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does.
Yeah,
matter.
I know. The thing is, like, I've got this weird analogy, and like my head being like, I'll be fine, but it's not. I am human, and I'm probably gonna regret it.
What would it take for you to stop? Another scare?
Is it really bad if I say yeah? I don't want to.
Just tell the truth, yeah.
Yeah, I probably, yeah, but I know in my head now that after the one I've got in my pocket right now, I'm not going to buy a new one, because my friends are also worried. They're like, Liz, come on.
Is there one in your pocket?
Yeah.
Show me. Do you want to hand it over? Yeah. Right, so this is a standard.
Yeah. So that's $25 to $30.
Oh, that's like a lollipop.
Yeah, that's the one that
It's just like a kid's lollipop.
Yeah, it's strawberry kiwi.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Do you know I have no desire to suck on this thing?
Really?
No, I really don't.
So
I think they look stupid. I think you look stupid smoking these.
I mean, there's some weird looking
Not
ones.
you look stupid, but you know. What
I know.
That's a big one, isn't it?
The main change that they had from it before they made this like rule changes, you see this button that's on the side there?
I can see that.
So that was never there. So now with this new rules, they've had to put buttons on the side that you have to click 5 times. That's the only change they've made on that.
Oh, that's akin to gambling.
Yeah. yeah. They're bringing it all into one product.
How much is one of those things?
$25 to $30.
Oh yes, they're similar to Durry's.
Yeah, and that will last me probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Thank you for coming on the program.
You're welcome.
It's cheaper than smoking, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is cheaper than smoking.
Lisa, thank you for being brave and telling your story. Good on you. Thank you so much.